Two in a row for the Padres. All that timely clutch hitting with men in scoring position over the last couple of games has carried the Padres to these 2 wins over the Red Sox and now the Nationals. We joke. All right, John and Jim with you on the wrap-up show. It's a good start to a 9-game road trip. Is it a make or break trip? We could get into that, but it's a good start to the road trip. They beat their former top prospect, Mackenzie Gore. They overcome a home run from C.J. Abrams. They hit 4 home runs overall, and Juan Soto is scorching hot, so we'll get into all of it over the next hour. John and Jim with you on the wrap-up show. Please subscribe. If you're here, please subscribe. Smash the like button for us. You can follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We really do appreciate your support with the Super Chats. We'll get to all of them. In fact, I saw one that already came in before the first Super we're going to get to from Mariah in a moment, or Maria. There was one from James Pressey, and I saw that on YouTube that says, "Thank you guys for streaming. Great win, Padres." James, for whatever reason, we don't have access to that because it came in a handful of minutes before the show. But thank you, James, for your support of the channel. And again, we're going to get to all the supers. Click the $sign below the chat box if you want to contribute with the super chat. We really do appreciate it. We interact with all the supers. If you want to become a member, click the join button down below. But Jim, a big night offensively with the 4 home runs for the Padres, who overcome a couple of home runs allowed by Yu Darvish in the middle innings and win 7-4.
Back-to-back games, score 7 runs. Beggars can't be choosers here. Yeah, this team is still shit with runners in scoring position. We'll talk about that. But the main thing's the main thing, and getting the win is the main thing. However you do it, and it's only going to build confidence with this team. If this team is hitting 192 with runners in scoring position, but they win their next, 5 of 6, is anybody going to be really complaining? No. Now
they're 184 wrong. They're hitting 184.
Now, look, that's a huge, huge problem, and that will bite you in the ass down the road, and you can't be a playoff team hitting 182 with runners in scoring position.
184.
Whatever. Who cares? 174, 184.
Right.
It's the same thing. They can't hit with runners in scoring position. At least by not doing that, it's not hitting the double whammy of, we're also losing baseball games. So win some games, get some confidence under your belt here. Juan Soto's scorching hot. The bottom of your order the last 2 nights has been very respectable. There hasn't been a lot of like, oh my fucking God, right? Like you have Odor coming up big. You have Brandon Dixon, who had a home run tonight. Trent Grisham got on a base a couple times tonight. Matt Carpenter on Sunday had a 2-run home run. So it's not like black hole after black hole after black hole last couple nights. You're actually getting some production, albeit not while hitting with runners in scoring position. You're still getting the win. Imagine, John, if they were 8 for 19 in their last 2 games with runners in scoring position. They would have won like 15-0 and 12-4.
Yeah, but again, I'm with you. I mean, that's preferable, but it's like they won the games,
Right.
And I'm with you. They're not going to dig out a 184 as a team with men in scoring position in 2 nights anyway. It's not like if they had 6 hits with men in scoring position today, they'd be the best team in baseball. At the end of the day, especially with where they are, 22 and 26, just win the games. Right now, just win, and then we can become choosers as the season goes along, and hopefully they play better baseball. But right now, for whatever reason, they're finding weird ways to hit. They're homering with men on first. They had a weird sac fly pop up as the ball was cut off by the Nationals. I mean, this wasn't a thing of beauty. They had a runner thrown out in the first inning at first on a back pick, on a pickoff move that could have cost him a bigger inning, that maybe allowed Mackenzie Gore to last longer in this game than he should have. So, it's not a thing of beauty. I didn't think the other day against Boston was perfect baseball. 4 unearned runs in the first inning. They got really good pitching from Michael Wacha today. Yu Darvish did enough. Bullpen's been really good here. And the Padres win the game 7-4. Let's get to the supers as they come in. Again, thank you for hanging out with us, guys. We're going to be here for the next hour. Please subscribe, and we appreciate the super chats. Click the $sign below the chat box, and we will get to all of the supers like this one from Mariah. Thank you, Mariah, for your generous super, who says, "Hi, guys. First time on the chat. Wanted to say hello and missed the entire game. So what did I miss? New fan here. Keep it up, guys." All right. Well, you've come to the right place, Mariah. What would you say she missed, if it is a she? He or she missed here tonight?
They missed Juan Soto going back to Washington and absolutely raking. They missed 4 home runs from the Padres. They missed Yu Darvish again, another solid outing, and a win. That's pretty much what happened. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, again, I mean, we'll get into this. 0 for 9 runners in scoring position, 1 for 10 Sunday. Bullpen though, Tim Hill an inning, no hits. Nick Martinez an inning, a run. Hader an inning, a hit. His ERA, by the way, is 0.9. He picked up his 12th save of the season. If you look at
Is
the
that
bullpen
good?
over the last, it's really good. If you look at the bullpen over the last 10 games, it's like top 3 bullpen in baseball.
It's been incredible.
They just aren't winning consistently, although they have the last couple of days. I want to see if they can just maintain some level of consistency. I'm not talking about the bullpen. I'm just talking about this offense. You're in DC. It's a launching pad. The weather is warmer out east. No marine layer, dare I say it. Win this series, and shoot. Now that you've won game 1, I mean, it would be great to win the next 2, but win this series and then find a way against the New York Yankees this weekend. But, winning 2 straight is encouraging, and let's hope that this continues, Jim, over the course of the next couple of days. It's an important road trip, and it's gotten off to a good start by winning here tonight.
And by no means, after just 2 wins, are we sitting here with pom-poms saying everything's great.
Everything's great. I'm with you.
We're not doing that. They're still 4 games under 500. They are in a division now where you have not just one team, but 2 teams that are red hot. The Diamondbacks there's 7 back, I think, of the Diamondbacks. You still don't have Manny Machado, who hasn't hit this year, and you still can't hit with runners in scoring position, right? All that said, like you said, John, if you can just stack up wins somehow and just somehow get, that number in the win column to keep going up while you are dealing with these problems and issues, I think then that all the stuff we've talked about will eventually not be completely fixed and everything's fine, but eventually you'll start seeing stuff turn their way, I think. Just because you get more confidence with winning and at any means necessary, just win a game tomorrow, win the series. You don't have to be thinking about, hey, can we sweep these guys? Just win tomorrow, and then after that, win the next game. After that, you're in New York, win 1 game, then you win another. You just start stacking wins on top of each other, and who knows, maybe you're on a 7-game win streak, and you're like, oh shit,
that'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Okay, a couple of things, because all of a sudden I look at the box score and I see Juan Soto's OPS is 905 for the season, which is far and away the best.
But John, he hasn't hit the ball the other way this year. He's not really Juan Soto.
I'm a little tired of the Soto slander. If Juan Soto goes 0 for 4 tomorrow, I don't want to hear about how Juan Soto hasn't come through for the Padres. He's their best player. Juan Soto's the best player on the Padres. End of sentence. His last 22 games, he's hitting something like 340 plus. His on-base percentage is pushing 500. His slugging is pushing 700. This guy's been a force ever since you called him out. He's like the best player in baseball. And it's not just for a week. It's like 3.5 weeks. I mean, what more are you asking from a guy who's on a team that has no consistency? He's been consistently good.
When did I call him out?
It was literally at the start of this. I'm not kidding. It was
I know,
maybe
3 or 4 games
into it. Yeah,
it was like 4 games in or something. So
yeah,
you're welcome. But yeah, guess what? Just because I said Juan Soto needs to be better, and you call out a guy because he was hitting 170 or at the time or 180 at the time, doesn't mean I can't praise him now, because I absolutely will. And I exactly the same sentiment as you, John. Juan Soto's their best player, far and away. If he gets hot like he is, has been, he can carry a team. Just him alone in that lineup tonight, it just felt like such a. I said this when I called him out. Juan Soto needs to be that impact guy, right? He needs to have impact. Like, great. His OPS is 840. I don't feel I didn't feel the impact with Juan Soto. Now you feel that impact with Juan Soto. He's a threat in that lineup to always do something. I don't give a shit if he's not hitting the ball the other way. Like, that's like comical to get upset about that. His OPS is 905. All right. He had a straightaway center bomb tonight. He had 2 other hits, hard rockets. He's walking. His confidence is way back. I mean, he's back to Juan Soto, from Washington days. I guarantee you tonight, you talk to Britt Giroli or you talk to anybody who's there that covered Juan Soto in Washington, when they're going to say, oh yeah, that's Juan Soto. Like, that's the guy we remember. You got, congratulations. You now have him.
I mean, it's well said. I mean, he's up to 260 in batting average, if that even matters, but 9 home runs, 22 RBIs. He's not yet, RBI number is low, 5 stolen bases somehow, but we're not even at the 1/3 point of the season. It's been 48 games, 54 is 1/3. So he's pacing for, 30 home runs, maybe 30, 31, 32, 33 home runs. RBI numbers would be low, probably about 70. He's pacing for 15 plus steals. He's pacing, obviously, for his OPS to be over 900. Like, it would be a very solid year. He's capable of more. He's capable of being a 1,000 OPS player. He's capable of driving in more than 70 in a season. But like Tom says, better than Tatis. It hasn't really been close recently. I mean,
No.
Tatis's OPS is under 800. Tatis does things to help you win. There's no question. His defense has been really good.
He was not great tonight.
Benefited from the sac fly. What's that?
So I said offensively, Tatis was not good tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't been. But, he made a good play and right. He had a sac fly, even though he shouldn't have had one. But I think so. I mean, yeah, you can't argue. It's Juan Soto. No one else has really been close over the month of May. He's like running laps around his teammates, to be honest.
Keep Juan Soto hitting third. Don't fuck around here. See a lot of people on social media, hit Tatis third. No.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're at right now, that is what you want to have. I think when Manny gets back, you slide him in the two spot. You just do. Keep Juan Soto third. I think Bogart's fourth. Tatis, leadoff guy. He's a spark plug. You slide in Manny, hit in second when he gets back, and hopefully, he starts hitting as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that. And I hope Machado is back Friday, but Kevin Acee said today, he tweeted that it seems unlikely. Those are his words. It seems unlikely that Machado will return Friday. As important as Manny Machado is to the success of the team, and he is very important, what's also important is this team just finds a way, with him or without him, to become a competent offense, which is what they've done for 2 days. Can they make it a week or 2 weeks? Machado or not, they should be a more competent offense than what they've shown us over these 48 games. And they've been better the last 2 days, even though they haven't been quote unquote clutch. And I think that's fair. Cruiser, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super. Guys, if you're here, subscribe. We really do appreciate your subscription. It's free. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to click the smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the supers. Click the $sign below the chat box like Cruiser did, and we will make sure to get to all of your super chats and interact with those here tonight. It's a great way to support this channel. It says, are we in a 6-man rotation now, or plus Ryan Weathers minus Seth Lugo? I don't think it's currently a 6-man rotation, or is it? Is Weathers still up? He is, isn't he?
Yeah, because Seth Lugo's on the IL with the calf strain.
So, okay, so you're in a 5-man rotation, though.
Right. I think Cruiser's asking when Lugo gets back. Well, he says now. I mean, when Lugo gets back, what are you going to do? Is I think maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably put Ryan Weathers in AAA, depending on how he pitches.
Don't tell his family, though.
Right, exactly. No, I mean, they got some off days in here, too, so they don't really need a 6-man rotation, right? They're off yesterday. They're off next Monday before they go to Miami, or when they're in Miami.
And you got Weathers pitching tomorrow, too.
Okay. Weathers is opposite Williams. Williams for the Nats.
Oh, yeah.
He will throw tomorrow. Trevor Williams, 1 and 2 with a 4.26. So he's been half decent.
Was he in the trade for the? I feel like he was a Padre at one time.
Yeah, I kind of do too. That's because in 2020, no, he's been with the Pirates, Mets, and now Nationals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of like the 5-man rotation, to be honest. And the reason I would say that is because you're getting more of Yu Darvish and Joe Musgrove and Blake Snell, which theoretically is impactful. Of course, from an innings perspective, you're going to need to protect innings of Nick Martinez. I know he's in the bullpen, or Seth Lugo. I know he's out, or Ryan Weathers. You get the point.
Mm.
Who else is in the rotation other than Snell, Darvish,
Snell,
Musgrove,
Darvish, Waka.
Waka? Yeah, who's been terrific.
He's been great. He's been. I mean, imagine where this team would be without Michael Waka.
Yeah, except more than 4 games under 500,
Jesus.
probably.
It's crazy to think. And Musgrove's struggling right now, but I trust that he'll get out of it. Darvish is just steady hand. He's consistent. He'll give up runs, he'll give up homers, but he's just consistently going to give you innings, which is always a good thing. Weathers has pitched well this year. It's still kind of like a wait and see with him because he's so young in his career. Seth Lugo was pitching good, but the injury. Okay, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world because the innings, right? You don't want to tax him to start the season. You want to make sure that he's fresh going down the stretch. And then who the fuck knows with Snell? So I mean,
true.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck is a good way to put it. Guys, while we're here, we need to thank our title sponsor here on the Wrap-Up Show, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He's literally been with us since the day we launched the channel, which is pushing 2 years. You're probably about 20, 21 months since we launched the channel. We were doing the radio show, the Wrap-Up Show, for 2 years before that. So this is year 4 of the Wrap-Up Show.
Hey, everybody, it's John Schaefer here.
Was that the first ever episode?
Show?
Okay.
And I was like, I don't even know what the hell I was doing.
Exactly.
I was using like a 2-bit internet connection with the worst microphone on the planet.
I think we were in the same studio actually for the first episode, weren't we?
No, I was at home.
Oh God, that was awful.
And like the internet was like
since that crap episode 1, Mark Nimitz has basically been with us. So if you have insurance needs, please get in contact with Mark. He supports our channel. He's the reason why we're able to do this. He's one of the reasons why, the viewers as well. We're able to do this day in and day out. So Mark Nimitz, I've got homeowners, I've got earthquake, I've got life insurance policies with Mark Nimitz. He can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance over to him. He's got great service and communication. He will take care of all of it. It's not my expertise or forte. Mark makes it easy. So if you have insurance needs, whatever it is, auto, home, renters, life, earthquake, homeowners, right? Mark is your guy. He's a San Diegan, huge Padres fan. He supports this channel. So the next time you have an insurance need, a renewal, a new policy you're looking for, you can get everything you need by clicking the link in the description down below. You get a free quote online and give Mark a call. He'll help you save money. He'll talk to you about the Padres. If you support this channel, please support Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is always above my head. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
Yeah, you should look up the first ever episode. Let's have that episode go viral because I don't think it was good.
It wasn't the best. I'll just say that.
That's how YouTube is, though. It's like you just gotta what do they say? Like
you gotta do it.
Press record. That's what the guy on your channel loves saying.
Yep. Just hit record and start going, and then you'll figure it out later.
Thank you, Shaka Kyle. It'd be hard to do that backwards, potentially.
Our first ever Wrap-Up Show.
Yeah. How many views?
It
probably does it have 1,000 views? No way.
No chance. Braves won 4-0.
I thought we did a show that didn't have to do with the game.
Oh wait, no, we did it. We did. You're right. Because that one actually looked kind of good. Let's see here. The first one we ever did was Manny and Tatis. My internet's so bad.
Hold on. I might have to pull this up real quick. I think we did this like a year ago. Ryan, we'll get to your super in a moment. Guys, thank you for the supers. Just click the $sign below the chat box. This is what you missed if you weren't with us day one.
Oh God.
Wrap-Up Show on YouTube.
And we've started. I mean, we did that beforehand too on the radio. I mean, this Wrap-Up Show has been on the radio to start with, and That was pandemic days.
Yeah.
Remember those times? Hey,
Look at this.
oh,
Can you hear this? Hold on.
what the hell?
It's a special edition of
Can
the
you hear
wrap-up
this?
show here on Extra 1360, the expanded edition with John Schaefer and Jim Russell at John Schaefer, JONSCHAEFFER.
These losers.
Russell SD. Jim, we are
Do
growing.
you think Tingler lost
Tell
the
us
clubhouse?
about how we're growing, actually.
Yeah. So instead of just having podcast form, I'm like, turn this shit off, dude.
Okay.
We're taking.
Good point.
It's just.
Why is John yelling?
I don't know. John yells.
We definitely do.
Well, it only took 2 years, but my internet's finally fixed.
Why is he yelling? The audio must have been screwed up. I couldn't hear it.
It was so bad because we had shitty microphones.
That's gotta go, boss. I think it's because I have a microphone now.
No, you used your computer audio, and then
yeah,
the internet was shit. And then I used
internet.
I bought like a $30 microphone off Amazon. I was like, "I'll try this out. It looks cool." And we tried it, and I was just like, "Oh god, it sucks."
It was
And
really
I found
bad.
like really nice. So
it's so true. It wasn't good.
it wasn't great.
Hey, Bob. Thanks for joining us from DC at 1 a.m.
Oh, thanks, Bob.
This is interesting the way the last couple of days have played out. It really is, because like when they were at the complete like worst spot in their season, 6 games under 500, all of a sudden they show up. I mean, with their backs against the wall. I mean, we've been waiting for this. Now, is this going to be a trend, or is this a blip? Like, is this real? Is this a facade? Or is this legitimate? And we'll find out. I think this 9 games will tell us. I think if they, if they're able to go 5-4 or better, you say, okay, they have a little bit of momentum here. That would be 6-4 in their last 10, playing well on the road. But I mean, they got some work to do, like you said, behind Arizona, behind LA. Yeah, there's the 3 wild cards. Yeah, it's late May. It's not late July or late August, but 5-4, like, is that good enough right now, Jim? I guess it is. It's better than alternatives, like doing worse than that.
Winning streaks and winning months got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So why not now? Why not these last 2 games where, albeit it's not been pretty, it's not been the best baseball offensively in the world, but you've gotten good pitching, your bullpen's good, and you've gotten, I won't say timely hits, but you've gotten much needed big hits.
Right.
Take away the runners in scoring position stat, and you just tell me right now the Padres won 7-0 and 7-4. Okay, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to start somewhere, and you got to build off this. And I'm with you. After 2 games, I'm not going to come on here or go on the radio on John and Jim and say
it's fixed.
Fix, everything's great. Even though on Twitter and I said everything's fixed. Like I was being facetious, but I'm not going to throw my pom poms up in the air and be like, "Oh, everything's good, guy." Like, slow down a little bit. It is great that they got the 2 wins, but after the shit that we've seen for the first month and a half of the year, it's hard for me to come on here and be, super uppity about them winning the last 2 games when they could easily and have shown go right back into the gutter. So they got to prove it, and they are starting out good. You have to start somewhere. So now go out tomorrow, win another game, win the series, and hell, maybe even sweep the Nationals. Have a good road trip. Go 6-3 on this road trip. Come back home feeling good about yourself, not 4-5 on the road trip or God forbid 3-6. Right? Have a good road trip and let Sundays win when you're at your lowest point of the season be the jumpstart to a good month.
And that's why, as you can tell, if you're here live or on replay, I mean, we're level-headed on it. I mean, there's no reason to discount it. These wins matter just like the losses matter. So, I think you should be at least encouraged. I think optimistic is a fair word because you're expecting the Padres to at some point turn it on. So I'm encouraged. I'm optimistic, but I'm not willing to say anything's turning over. We're going to need to see Manny Machado, and we're going to need to see Manny Machado perform. We need to see him healthy, and we need to see this team do it consistently. And I don't know if at what point we look up and say it's been enough. Maybe it's late June and they're winning series. Maybe it's before that. Maybe it's after that. But it's got to start somewhere. And I hope we hope it's starting right now. Let's get to these supers. Ryan, thank you, man. He says, nice to see our offense get going now. Everyone is turning it on, especially Soto in front of his former team. Bullpen looking super good. Yeah, I love what's going on with Juan Soto, to be honest. The fact that he's able to do it this year. He had a quote today. I read it in Kevin Acey's post-game article, Jim, about how it feels different than when he was here last year, which was like a week after the trade when he went back to D.C. And his quote was, it kind of felt sad when I came back last year, and now I feel happy. I mean, I'm simplifying it, but that's basically what he said. And I like to hear that. And he comes out, like you said, hard hit single after hard hit single, a mammoth home run, 441 feet, a walk, 3 for 4 with a walk. I mean, this guy has an amazing ability to get on base. Even when he's not hitting, he gets on base. And when he is hitting, it's crazy. He gets on base 4 times in the game. So it's super encouraging the way that Juan Soto has played in May after, a really slow, bad month of April.
Yeah. And frankly, if you take his regular season with the Padres last year, not the postseason, but just the regular season, it was a bad 3 months with the Padres. And there are a lot of questions about, hey, are we ever going to see that Juan Soto again? Like, is really he declining? Like, he's only 24 years old. Like, what's going on here? Well, no, he looks much more like himself, much more like the guy that the Padres traded for, and that impact player in the middle of your lineup who it puts the fear of God into the other opposing pitchers. Like, hey, we can't throw a mistake to him because he's going to make it hurt. And that's what he's doing right now.
The answer to this, Kathy, is no, but they did score 7 runs. Jason, thank you for your super chat. Guys, appreciate the supers. If you're here, please subscribe. If you're here, we appreciate the supers. Click the $sign below the chat box. As you know, we will get to all of them, and it is a great way to support the work we do here on the Wrap-Up Show channel. He says, Odor has been making good contact lately. Should Bomo get him in the lineup more often? Checked out the merch, and it's awesome. I'll be representing. Well, thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
It's very kind. We'll show you the merch in a moment. Odor has been better. He's put together a few games in a row where he's been better.
Ever since I DFA'd the guy.
Right.
So there we go. You're welcome again. I literally DFA'd him on, I think, Friday night. And then he comes out and has one of the biggest hits of the season on Sunday. And he hits a rocket today. Scores I guess not the game-winning run, but, the go-ahead run there.
Yeah.
So, again, you're welcome. Should I DFA Austin Nola now?
I think we've tried that. I mean, he was over for 4 tonight, right?
Yeah, it's kind of impossible with Austin Nola. I feel like he's unfixable. Like, no matter what I say, it's just not going to work.
Jason, appreciate that, though. In regards to Wrap-Up Show merch, this is a website that Jim claims every day he'll be updating, but it hasn't. So, hey,
that's right. I forgot to do it.
Now it's turning around. Good vibes. Hey, they've won 2 straight. We have that T-shirt. Pinata. Shoot, they got rid of the pinata, but we didn't. So you can still pick up pinata.
Hey, if Major League Baseball is making tees licensed for pinatas, then so are we.
Then we can too. We have this Afida shirt, if you know, from that one random night on the Wrap-Up Show with Claire Ing. We've got the Wrap-Up Show neon sign that's behind Jim on his wall right now as a T-shirt, as a sweatshirt. We have the back of Jim's head, which everyone knows about when he ruined Xander Bogaerts' press conference. We got something for everyone. And we got a lot of Wrap-Up Show gear as well. John and Jim gear, Wrap-Up Show gear, like the hat I'm wearing right now, this sweatshirt, a trucker cap, Wrap-Up Show T-shirt. So if you support this channel, we appreciate your support by picking up something in the merch store. I just put a link in the chat. You can show it on social media. We'll make sure to retweet it, interact with it, wear it to the ballpark. But again, thank you guys for checking it out. Jason, thank you for your super, and thank you for the shout out on the merch as well. Update that store. Be a man. You will. It's all good. Okay, what else, guys, have we been? Okay, the Nelson Cruz picked off first on that back pick from the catcher in the first inning would have been a real big problem. If they lose this game, that's where we would have started. We would have killed him. We would have killed him. And we would have killed them for not playing clean, losing it out on the bases like that. I mean, you got McKenzie going the ropes. He's 31 pitches in, 32 pitches in. There's 2 outs. The inning is not over. You can drive that pitch count up. You can score more.
Brandon Dixon's at the plate.
Yeah, he hit 10 home runs tonight. So, I mean, it was a problem at the time. Now, again, they go on to win this game. But dude, what are you doing, Nelson Cruz? It's first and second, 2 outs. You should be standing on first base. Where are you going?
Dude, he completely just got fucking. He got picked off.
Yeah,
He wasn't paying attention. And I'm sure Bob Melvin, like, even when they showed the dugout and Bob Melvin's waiting for the replay challenge, and he's just like, God. Like, you could just see in the motion that he was making to keep the, like, we're not going to challenge. That was like a disgust. I can't believe that we literally are just seeing if we have to challenge it in the first inning if we got picked off at first base.
right.
It's like, it's fucking pathetic.
Thankfully, they overcame it. Thankfully, that wasn't the last time they did anything on offense. They got a solo home run from Dixon, sac fly, Cronenworth home run. You know, I mean, they came through a number of times in this game. 4 home runs is a big number. I mean, the Padres have had like weeks where they haven't scored or had 4 home runs, right? They've had week-long homestands at Petco without 4 home runs. That's
going to be the thing here is if they have a good road trip, I think, we'll be talking about the good road trip, but
sneeze.
Achoo.
AI
Jim. Yeah, actually worked, AI Jim. If they have a good road trip here and they say they go 6-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what we'll be talking about is road trip was great, but now we're gonna have to see if they can play well at home because they haven't done it all year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So this thing isn't going to be completely fixed if they have a 6-3 great road trip or even 7-2 great road trip.
No, I'll freak out when they come home, and if they like don't hit in the first inning, I'll be like, "Why can't this team's 10-15 at home?" I mean, that's awful. They have to be a 500 team at home this year. They've played 25 games. They'll play 79 overall. I mean, that's a good percentage of the games. They've played 30+%. They got to be way better at home from here on out. 619 Cam, what's going on, man? Thank you for your membership. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the super. Guys, if you want to contribute, click the $ below the chat box. He says, good start to the road trip, and let's hope that we stay a bit more consistent offensively, still leaving runners in scoring position, but staying positive, hoping for a good road trip. Thanks, as always, for doing the show. Cam, thanks you. Cam. Everyone here live or on replay, seriously, thank you, guys. This is a good way to look at it. Good start. It's not perfect. Hope they can be more consistent. They're going to have to hit with men in scoring position, obviously. I mean, you can't play 100 games and not do that. But all things considered, it's 2 straight wins. It's 14. It's the first time this year, Jim, they've put together back-to-back games with 6+ runs.
Good.
First time all year.
Build on it. Still haven't hit with runners. You still haven't hit with runners in scoring position.
Mm-hmm.
But at least you can score. Right? Like, that's the thing.
It's possible.
It's oh shit, we can score runs. We can do it. Now it's just hey, we got to get over that next hurdle, right? So, got to start somewhere. It's a good start. It's not perfect by any stretch. But hey, there's a lot of room for improvement.
Oh, yeah, there's some room for improvement. There's no question about that. Thanks again, Cam. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan says, I agree with Jim. A win's a win, but no consistency. That's the thing. It's like it's double-edged here. It's like you can only go so far. When will they be consistent? I mean, what does that even mean? Because there's always another side to it. They were 9-4 over 13 games a few weeks ago, and then they were 2-11 over 13 games. So it's like, I don't know when I'm going to trust it. I feel like I'm going to know it with my eyes. When I see Machado hitting, when I see maybe Robert Suarez back, like when I see it all come together and they're scoring consistently, at some point we'll say, hey, this is a different team than what we saw the first 6 weeks of the season. But nobody can say that now. And it's going to take weeks to be able to say that, would be my guess.
Yeah, with the way they've played the first month and a half of the year, they don't have the benefit of the doubt. They just don't. And they shouldn't. They haven't played well enough to after just 2 wins in a row to think that this team is fixed per se and that things are going to be looking up now. You have to go out and prove it. You have to go out and show it. And so it's now a wait and see for, hey, can you build off these last 2 games? Can you actually have a really good road trip? Can you go 6-3? I don't know, you sweep a team? Like, can you dominate one team this year just one time? Please. Can you go out there and prove it instead of, like, it's a lot of people have said talk is cheap, right? Go out there and prove it with this team. And that's how I feel. So Yeah, it's great they got the 2 wins, but hey, you don't have the benefit of the doubt here after the way you guys played, and you need to go out and prove it. So you gotta start somewhere, and hell, how about let's start right now, right?
And by the way, they've like gone like they've cleansed themselves of the pinata and the sombrero.
Right. This
And
is
like
good.
Jeremy says, hopefully the beginning of LFGSD. I mean, they are still using the Polaroids, which is great, and there were a number tonight. But they're going to need something else to organically occur, hopefully sooner rather than later, or maybe not. Maybe they just play good, consistent, winning baseball, and they just stick with what they're doing, and that works. I feel like there's so much stardom, swag, talent that something probably will develop. Last year there were a number of things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. Padres have always been at the forefront here. Swag chain, uh, whatever, the goose, sombreros, and
Well, the goose thing
pinatas.
just happened.
What happened?
So the goose literally flew on the field and they beat the team.
Good point. But then they won the game.
It's true. So yeah, goose.
But I mean, I'm not overly worried about that. I'm more concerned about them winning, than the sombreros.
Yeah, especially in this part of the season with the way they've played. Like, I know I mentioned the Diamondbacks earlier in the show. Like, who fucking cares right now? Just play better baseball. Worry about people should worry about the Diamondbacks are and the Dodgers are in the division in like around the trade deadline. Then we can start talking if they continue to build off these last 2 games and play better baseball. If they don't, then guess what? We're 1, 2, 3 Cancun. But
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
It's going to be a long fucking season.
I just put a link in the chat. This is an item that will sell out from our friends at FOCO. It is also pinned at the top of the chat. If you want it, grab it now. It will sell out. We talked to our friends at FOCO. The other bobbleheads we've promoted for you have all sold out. Juan Soto's and Fernando Tatis Jr.'s and Manny Machado's, and this one will as well.
Oh.
This is a great, great FOCO product. Manny Machado, big head bobblehead. You can see it right now on the screen. If you use promo code WrapUpShow10 in all caps, WrapUpShow the number 10, 10, you'll get 10% off your order as well. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is the Manny Machado San Diego Padres big head bobblehead. It's limited to 144. After that, this thing is gone.
Bye-bye.
Like the City Connect bobbleheads. Those we told you would sell out, they all sold out. If you want this thing, pick it up. It's going to ship, I think, in just the next couple of weeks. It's shipping in June. Sometimes these don't ship until September, October because they're on pre-order schedules. This is going to ship in June. If you're a Padres fan, if you're looking for a perfect gift for the Padres fan in your life, Jim, pick this thing up. Click the link pinned at the top of the chat. Use WrapUpShow10. Get 10% off your entire order, by the way. WrapUpShow in all caps, 10. For 10% off your entire order.
Yeah, we're hooking you guys up. Go check this thing out. Get it. It will be gone. Trust me. Trust John. FOCO is the best quality bobbleheads out there. Trust us on that one as well. So if you don't want to pick up this bobblehead, okay, but they have a bunch of other things on that site as well for Padres fans. A bunch. So go check out FOCO and pick up a bobblehead or pick up Snoopy bobblehead or
our boy. Look at that.
Yeah.
This guy has hit. I know they haven't hit with men in scoring position, but Snoopy is hitting right now in Double A.
Stay on it too. If you're thinking to yourself, well, all the cool bobbleheads are sold out. Well, they have bobbleheads that they release throughout the entire year. So make sure you're staying up to date with new releases on bobbleheads to know when you can buy a new bobblehead and that you're the first in line.
Yep. Click the link pinned at the top of the chat if you want those bobbleheads. Again, use promo code WrapUpShow10 in all caps, WrapUpShow10 for 10% off your entire order. All right, John and Jim with you here on the Wrap Up Show. Padres win tonight, kicking off a 9-game road trip in DC, 7-4. Look at that. Thank you, SoCal Dude 949.
Very nice. You're going to love it.
I mean, again, has anyone had more of a role than Snoopy?
No. Things started turning around when we introduced the Snoopy bobblehead.
Yeah, I feel like since Snoopy, they're like 2-1. Without Snoopy, they're like 10 games under.
Or like 4-2 or 2-4. I mean,
okay, Robert. I'm noticing a Robert Wilson has just entered this chat. Have you noticed this, Jim? He had. I want to pull up a comment.
The Padres are all fucking bobbleheads.
Not that one. I didn't want to pull that one up.
Okay.
Oh, this one. The Padres are a bunch of overpaid bums.
Oh, okay.
So when things aren't going well, and Robert, thanks for hanging out, by the way. I'm just going to use you as an example. It's like,
Sorry.
okay, they're 4 games under 500. The stars haven't been stars. Soto has, but Machado's hurt. Bogart's up and down. Tatis missed 20 games up and down. Musgrove, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are a bunch of overpaid bums. It's not as simple as that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's completely simplifying their start. We haven't seen the whole season. We haven't even seen a third of the season. Last year, they were in the National League Championship Series. I think to some extent, they should get a benefit of the doubt. Some of these guys are on 10, 11, 12, 13-year deals. It's not like 30 games is going to make or break these contracts. But, I don't agree with the sentiment when a team isn't playing well and their salary is high that, like, well, they're overpaid. I mean, it's not like for a lack of trying, I don't think. I just think it's for whatever reason they have not put this together for 48 games.
If they win 77 games this year, then look, you're entitled as a fan to say what you want about this team if they win 77 games. And will I get, super upset about someone calling this team overrated or no, I won't. But if that were to happen, okay, we are at May 23rd. This team could win 90 plus games still.
Good.
And they can win the World Series if they stay healthy. So probably hold off on that. I mean, you can say, hey, they're sucking right now. They need to be better. This is unacceptable. This is not what, fans wanted this year after you signed a bunch of players. Like, they need to be a lot better. That's perfectly fine. But to go out and say, like, hey, you're a bunch of overpriced bums. Dude, the season's not even close to over yet.
Yeah.
And like, wait for that take till the end of the season. We've
been critical, but we're not going to say it in that way. But you as a fan have the right to do it. Honestly, I mean, you have a right to say it or feel it. It's your time. It's your money. It's your fandom. But let's see how it plays out. And, let's react as this thing plays out. John, thank you for your super. He says, how are we feeling about the Yankees?
John, we're not even done with the Washington series yet, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Yankees at home. Let me just pull it up real quick.
On Sunday, and then you get Sandy Alcantara on Monday, right?
Yeah, and they've won 5 straight to 30-20. I mean, they're rolling.
They're on a streak.
So, I mean, you hope to go in there and, we'll see what happens against the Nats. If you can win all 3 against the Nats and you could take 1 out of 3 in New York, it would not be the end of the world. If you get 2 out of 3 against the Nationals, it would be beautiful to win 2 out of 3 in New York, but that might be easier said than done. 30-20 overall. I mean, it's a nice year. They're only 5 games behind the Tampa Bay Rays, despite Tampa's start.
Win tomorrow. I'll worry about the Yankees on Friday.
Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you, John, for your super. Jose, thank you for your super chat as well. He says he'd buy a Jim recording X-Man at the press conference, limited edition, big head bobblehead. Okay, the back of your head bobbling. Dude, that would be big. We could move 72 of those.
If I was doing this, right?
Oh, with the cell phone up?
Yeah,
dude.
Cell phone up, and it's my head just popping.
Dude, I might have to send off an email to Foco and be like, yo, I got your next hit. Forget about Shohei Ohtani. Forget about Fernando Tatis Jr.
Would die if I had a bobblehead that was made like that.
No, I want a dual bobblehead of me and you. I mean, if we're doing this partnership with Foco, can't they do a dual bobblehead of me and you? Sure, it might not sell, but I'm not worried about that.
We're going to spend thousands of dollars on production of a bobblehead that won't sell. And the only way we're going to get our money back, Foco, is if we sell this bobblehead for $500 a piece. It's a good business model.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
By the way, was there even a reaction? Because we were on air in studio watching the Padres today because the game started at 4. Did national fans even have a reaction to Fernando Tatis Jr.?
I don't think so.
I saw no reference to it.
How about this hot take? I think that I was completely wrong about the reaction for Fernando Tatis Jr. Because I don't know about you, John, but
it's like an afterthought.
Have we talked at all about Tatis getting
even at Dodger Stadium
by the fans?
No, he hasn't been destroyed at all. I mean, New York, he could be. New York's crazy, but maybe not. Honestly, I don't know. Do they even care? Because how much Padres baseball do the Yankees care about?
Because you know what? Secretly, people actually like Tatis because he's fun and cool. People, if this was Manny Machado, it'd be way worse because people hate
Way
Manny
worse.
Machado
Way
for
worse.
whatever reason. And maybe there's good reason. I don't know. But people of opposing teams hate Machado.
Right.
Even more than Tatis, even with Tatis in the suspension of PEDs. So I was wrong. No one cares. It's done. It's over with. It lasted for
I don't
2
know if it's
series.
done and over with, but what about the idea that every team has had a player that's gone through this, and it's old hat now. It's not 20 years ago where everyone's following Barry Bonds around with like Balco shirts. That's so done. I mean, that was so long ago that I don't know. I feel like it's almost baked into the sport at this point, 25 years later.
It's just hard to. Don't you think it's hard to hate Tatis because he's just so like?
Yeah, I do, but I root for him. But I agree. I think he's very likable, to be honest.
Just the way he plays the game, his look. He's
great.
he doesn't come off as like a douche, right? He just is like this energetic, fun player that makes crazy plays sometimes and does things that you've never seen on a baseball field before.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not douchey about it.
Are you worried at all that Tatis isn't going to post similar numbers to before suspension and injury? I mean, he's at where is he? Just under 800 OPS. His career OPS, including this year, is 950. I mean, he's been as productive as any player when healthy. Are you concerned? I mean, he's still been solid. He's not elite right now.
No, because I think I expected this. I did not expect him to come out the gates and his first month back have a 950 OPS. I mean, that would have been incredible. And would I put it past Tatis to do it? No. And would I have been surprised? No, because it's like, oh, Tatis, okay. But I think that he's been fine at the plate. I mean, you got to remember still, like this is his first month back in the big leagues after not playing for over a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still doing things and posting numbers that God knows how many players wish they could do. Just because he's so freaking talented. And he is playing exceptional in right field. I mean, the more he plays in right field, the better he gets. And it's just, you might be saying, oh, dude, he's not doing it. Like the routes on the balls that he's making. And today there was a ball that was hit to shallow right. Dixon was going back and Tatis, and so was who was the second baseman today? Cronenworth. And Tatis called them both off and took control and made a good play. And you're like, okay. You know, like those little things, the little nuances of playing right field, taking command, the routes that he's making. His arm is incredible. I think that if he was hitting 120, then I'd be like, okay, there's something going on.
But he's hitting like 260 or something, 270.
Yeah, 260 with like around an 800 OPS right now. Oh my God.
I'm with you. He's 2 home run game away from being like an 880 OPS or 890.
He had a 2 home run game off of Kershaw a couple weeks ago.
Exactly. Guys, we do appreciate your support of our partners like Aura, ORA.organic. You can get free shipping on all subscription orders over $50. Great company. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge supporter of our channel. He is a lifelong Padres fan. He's a native San Diegan. This company has offices right here in San Diego in Liberty Station. Plant-based nutrition. They have all of their products are plant-based. Every single one of them. The probiotic I take daily. My wife now takes daily. For digestion and heart and mental health. And there's so many reasons to take it. If you're not taking a probiotic, you really should consider it, and consider it through our friends at Aura. You can click the link in the description down below to get to Aura's website, which you see on the screen, or go to ORA.organic. But they have probiotics. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts. They have omega-3 oils. If you take a fish oil because of the health benefits, you should be taking an omega-3 oil from Aura. They have sleep pills and immunity pills and products for all of our viewers, whether it's yourself, your spouse, your family, your friends. Great company. If you support our channel, please support our local partners like Aura at ORA.organic.
Yeah, check them out right now. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. It's the cleanest on the market, plant-based, all organic. Will, he's a co-founder of Aura, huge Padres fan. So go help him out. Go help their company. Help yourself out, because once you get some Aura, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll be healthier, and you'll just start taking it and taking it and taking it and just realizing, oh, wow, I feel better. So Go to Aura right now, www.ora.organic. And John, you know what you'll do after you get some supplements, right?
You'll be thanking us later.
Yeah.
There's my baby. Trust Your Gut, the probiotic I've taken for over a year.
Hey,
Pick that thing
Gene,
up.
can you stop spamming the fucking chat, bro? We
But
get
if
it.
Grandal loves Zora, we'll let it fly. But Lord, what do you want? You want
We get it.
Yasmani Grandal. Okay.
We get it. Yasmani Grandal.
I remember my first time on the internet.
We see Yasmani Grandal.
Everyone loves Zora.
Yes.
According to Gene, are you
a person?
Yasmani Grandal?
Are you a real person?
There's no
pills?
way.
We just talked about Tatis and steroids, and now we're pushing pills.
Okay, Tatis cannot be a great player until he completes a full major league season 162. I don't know about that. Great player?
Hey, I don't disagree with it. He still has to prove that.
He still has to prove that he can stay healthy for a full season, but he doesn't have to prove he can be a great player, does he?
No, he's a great player, but he does have to prove to what is it? Mandocordium man? Whatever. He still has to prove that he can be healthy for a full season.
Mando record man.
Okay.
Okay, can Jared, who's a moderator, ban Grandal Boy if he keeps it up?
Just put him in timeout.
Not ban, you can just put him in timeout. Yeah. Is there such thing as a Grandal bat? Or bot? What are we talking about? Internet's a weird place, dude. Mando Record Man says thanks. Yeah, my thing is, he is a great player. I'm with you. Yeah, he still has to check the box of playing 162. I have no clue how many times he'll do in his career. It might not be a lot. He's already in age 24. He's not going to do it.
Under
25.
3 full seasons of playing 155 games or more in his career.
Ooh, 155? That's a huge number.
150.
Yeah, I'll take a push or an over on that. But it's not easy. I'm just going to say that. What would you take?
Yeah, next 12 years, 3 of them are 150 games or over.
I would think he could do that in the outfield. I would like to think he could.
And even if he gave this team like 148 games or 145 and 147, 151, I think that's a success right there, and that's fine. But so far, knock on wood, he's been good. He's been played every day. He's in right field. It's been good.
Victor, thank you. I mean, there's no way they're sellers. No matter what, you're not selling. I mean, I guess if you were 10, 12, 14 under, you could sell off like random bullpen pieces to benefit you in 2024. But there's no real selling that could possibly happen on this team. I think ultimately they will be buyers. I don't think they'll be all-in buyers like they were in 2021 when they lost out on Scherzer, or 2022 when they got Soto. I don't think they'll be buyers like that, but I do think they'll be improving their roster or attempting to do so at the trade deadline, assuming they haven't buried themselves. Now, I'd be surprised if they buried themselves by the trade deadline. I mean, that would be awful, awful baseball if that's the case.
Please, God, no. Because I don't want to be sitting here on the wrap-up show every night and radio.
Talking about selling off Tim Hill as if anyone cares,
Yeah. Who wants Tim Hill?
I mean, that's not that. With all due respect to Tim Hill, he's been a nice little player for this franchise, but we don't want to talk about Tim Hill getting traded as if that's some reason to watch the wrap-up show. HBVV, what's going on, man? BRB, FBBFBN, thank you for the super. He says he found our show by searching SD Padre Hotties. Is that how you initially found us? Why would we come up? I think you just search Padres, you'll find us on YouTube in any capacity. Would be my guess. And I'm with you, man. LUT. Can the Padres play on the road all season? They have a hard time winning at Petco. I mean, it does feel like they're a different team on the road, doesn't it?
That's why I said, hey, even if you have a 6-3 road trip, that's great, but do it at home, right?
Right.
Replicate what you've done on the road at home offensively.
Do that.
Home runs, scoring outbursts, right? Winning.
Yeah.
Do that.
I'm with you. Hey, guys, a reminder, the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports is underdogfantasy.com. A number of you here live or on replay have done this. Easiest place to play. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, and you will get a 100% deposit match up to $100. You can win 20 times your money in a single night playing pick'ems. Get 2 picks right. You can win 3 times your money. 5 picks right. Win 20 times your money with Pick'em Insurance. You can still win 10 times your money and get one wrong. So again, UnderdogFantasy.com or the Underdog Fantasy app. Go there right now. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, a 100% Jim deposit match up to $100. All right, let's walk through this real quick. Estuary Ruiz, former
Higher.
Padre. He's on the A's, lower, right, than 6.5 fantasy points.
Well, what stolen bases? I mean, the guy's gonna have like 700 stolen bases this year.
Okay, that's fair. Stolen bases are worth
4.
But he would need a stolen base and a single to get to 6.5. Will he do that tomorrow against the Mariners in Seattle?
I want to
For
say
a team
yes.
of 10 and 40?
Go higher. Do it.
Okay, all right.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's look at this Ohtani. We just go higher for Ohtani, right? That's the game we play.
If you want, I mean, if I was surprised you're going to go higher for the guy that you said he's the most overrated player.
True. You're an idiot. I want to punch you. Let's see what's going on with the Padres. Tatis, I mean, 10.5, it's a big number. This guy's not had a hit since like the 1800s. I feel bad saying that. I'm going lower on Tatis. Make me look bad, Fernando.
Yeah, jinx his ass.
You like that, right?
Yeah.
And then is there any NBA? No, not until Thursday, right? Let's see. Anything else you feel good about?
Thank God they're for the Celtics tonight, or we'd be dealing with a
Lord.
freaking week off of nothing in NBA.
All right, let's go with those 3. And let's go with the $20 wager. That pays 120. You go 3 for 3 on that, folks. It pays 120. Pick'ems are so fun.
Shit.
So you can do the pick'ems out 20 for 120, 10 for 60. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100 by using promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Do it right now. UnderdogFantasy.com or the Underdog Fantasy app. Is there anything else that we have missed here, Jim, that you would like to touch on?
Go out and win the series tomorrow. Just play good baseball and hopefully get some hits with runners in scoring position.
That's coming. They have had 18 games this year without a hit with men in scoring position.
The fuck?
18 out of 48.
Excuse me? That's ridiculous.
That's a big number. I'm actually going to look this up real quick for Gus. Okay, is Gus winning the Underdog Fantasy season-long draft that we completed to start the year, Jim?
That'd probably be no. I have Juan Soto in my, and I have also Bryce Harper. I must be doing well.
I think you're doing very well.
Because I had like you, Darvish. I picked a lot of Padres, even though. It's not great. Hold on.
That's a good question. I'm pulling it up right now. Wait, what's going on here? Padres blogger is in first place right now.
I made $11 this year.
I think John and Jim might be in last place on that. Gus, no, you're in 7th place, dude. You're in 7th place.
Where's this league?
You have to find it under
live.
Best Ball. Click on live, then click on Best Ball, then click on John and Jim Draft, I think.
Oh, here we go.
And
I'm
Padres
11th.
blogger is killing it. Jimmy J is in 11th. I'm in 12th.
Oh, you suck. You're horrible.
Well, yes. I was ripping you for drafting like all Padres.
Dude, Padres blogger has won like $200.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Go play at UnderdogFantasy.com. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a 100% deposit match up to.
I like drop players.
100. No. That's the thing. Set it and forget it, man. You can't.
Oh, man.
That's the thing. They set it for you.
Shit.
Let's hope. I mean, is this the start of a 28-game winning streak, Jim? I think that's. We should lead the show tomorrow with that. Are we in the midst of a 28-gamer right here?
Hope so.
Hopefully. Guys, join us tomorrow on the radio. 3 to 6, we'll get you ready for game 2. Off the top of the show, we'll be talking Padres as they go for a third win in a row. And then join us tomorrow night right here on the wrap-up show. We have you covered all season, in season, out of season, exclusive year-round Padres content. Please subscribe to the wrap-up show here on YouTube. Easiest thing in the world. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're only a couple hundred away. Please subscribe if you are here. Make sure to smash the like button for us as well. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. I can't deal with the chat right now. Please support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have insurance needs, next time you have a renewal or a new insurance need, get in contact with Mark. Link in the description down below. Or if you're looking to get healthier, plant-based nutritional products, ora.organic, or click the link in the description down below. Support our friends at Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Pick up those bobbleheads before they're gone. Click the link pinned at the top of the chat. Use wrap-up show 10, wrap-up show 10, all caps. Get 10% off your entire order at FOCO. For Jim, I'm John. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon on the radio, and then tomorrow night right here on the wrap-up show.
Peace out.